Go back to the Shabad, because Shabad is our teacher. It's our highest point. I'm going to end part 1 on that. Depression, anxiety, answers. There is only one place for that. And like I said, that is the highest of the highest for us. And I hope other people listen and think, where can I solve problems? Go directly to the source, go directly to our Father, Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji.
I'm telling you now, we are, not just you, we are all batshit crazy compared to normal people. There's no question about it. Because we don't follow the path of what every ABC normal guy in society will follow. Ehi ta gall hai Sikhi di, is marg di, yeah? ਅਸੀਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਜਾਣਾ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਕੋਈ ਬੰਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾਣਾ। ਅਸੀਂ ਦਾੜੀ ਤਾਂ ਛੱਡਿਓ ਆ। ਅਸੀਂ ਕਰਨਾ ਉਹ ਕੰਮ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਆਮ ਬੰਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਦਾ। ਯਾ ਆਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗਾ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਖਾਲਸੇ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇਨਸਪੀਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਜਾਂ ਮੈਸੇਜ ਆ, ਆਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗਾ।
But going on to the subject of the podcast.
Wait, has Jelly finished laughing? What it is, when he starts laughing, people think like, what is this guy? Everyone, Rocky's over there, Carlson's over there. Jelly's famous. He laughs that much. Because we told him, live in the moment, enjoy yourself. And it has such shadadani. Once he gets the giggles, I bet if he cries like.
Oh, then he
it comes down to, it's interesting.
Yeah.
It's interesting. People look at this sort of stuff, but it's emotion. And this is why when he laughs, I say to him, just keep laughing. But you know, like sometimes he's that crazy. He might laugh for like 4 minutes. Yeah. And then we're like, all right, Jenny, get over it now, get over it. And it's actually a beautiful thing. And I want to be able to laugh like that.
Problem I've got, not a problem, well, what I process it is, in my head, I start watching a movie. Okay.
That's why on Instagram.
When we're talking, you're visioning something else.
Absolutely, something different. So I'll have a neuron, say, we're talking about tea bag.
So what they say,
Whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I put on Instagram, Jelly Huddersfield, batshit wala now. I do, I put it on loads of them. People will see it. Yeah. Jelly Huddersfield, batshit wala. Before it was Jelly Huddersfield wala, I put batshit because that's why you're batshit. Because you're in a different place all the time. But it's a good thing.
Process.
It's a good thing.
Yeah. So my process, you might mention something like tea bags. I used them. In my head, I'll go to a scene in my head.
Cinema Portugal. He's in the.
That is all funny. That's related to tea or.
So you've taken a tangent and gone the other.
अपने दिमाग चल गया internal.
My neurons kick into a scene in my head, and I'll go on WhatsApp, and I'll find that hilarious, and I forget what's going on here.
With you. See,
that's my process. Why is he laughing?
Where is he gone?
Oh, bad. Why is he gone? That's what happens. That's my process.
But so we know. Now we know. If he starts laughing, it's going to be because he's watching some movie in his head.
I think it's beautiful that there's just something you've said there that, look, you make yourself happy. You take yourself into such a memory, puts you in such a light. And I think the subject we're hitting today is about the mind. Now you're putting the mind in such a beautiful state. The subject we're hitting today is Mandi Bumari, where people unfortunately go into a state where it's not enjoyable. And you've got, the depression side of things, anxiety. And I think in the current state, we talk about it a lot. And I think one, it shows that contrast and that beauty that some people might be sitting there thinking, how is he so happy? Yeah, when we're not. So I think it's actually beautiful what you're saying, because it shows that song that Kaka's done now, Mandi Bumari, such a big subject, but it shows that someone like yourself is probably so far out of that zone at the minute because you're just so happy. You're just laughing, you're joking.
It's true.
But
असर पैंदा शब्द दा ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਨਾਲ ਬਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ
ਹਾਂਜੀ
ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਨੂੰ ਸੁਣਦੇ ਆ ਫਿਰ ਮੰਨਦੇ ਆ ਉਹ ਫ੍ਰੀ ਥਿੰਕਰ ਬਣ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਫਿਕਰ ਚੱਲ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਮੇਲਾ ਮੁੱਕ ਜਾਣਾ ਮੰਨ ਲੈ ਉਸ ਦਾਤੇ ਦਾ ਪਾਣਾ ਕਿਉਂ ਕਰਨੀ ਤੂੰ ਨਿੰਦਿਆ ਚੁਗਲੀ ਜੁਗਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਜੁਗ ਕਲ ਜੁਗਲੀ ਇਹਨੇ ਕਾਹਦੇ ਕਰਨੀ ਨਿੰਦਿਆ ਚੁਗਲੀ ਇਹਦਾ ਮਸਤ ਬੰਦਾ ਇਹ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਮੈਂ ਹੱਸਣਾ ਰੱਬ ਦੀ ਰਜ਼ਾ ਹੱਸਣਾ ਯੂ ਅੰਡਰਸਟੈਂਡ ਯਾ ਸੋ ਲਾਲਾ ਜੋਰਜ ਨਾਲ ਲਾਉਣਾ ਬਸ ਹੋਣੀ ਉਹਦੀ ਹੋਣੀ ਬਸ ਹੋਣੀ ਉਹਦੀ ਹੋਣੀ ਫੀਡ ਖੈ ਇਦਾਂ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਇਹ ਫਿਰ ਮਸਤ ਬਣ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਆ ਭਰਾ ਆ ਸਾਡਾ ਹੱਸਦਾ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੱਸਦਾ ਪਾਈ ਦੀ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਬਹੁਤ ਪਾਈ ਦੀਆਂ ਹੱਸਦੇ ਦੀ ਸੋ in English, as people know, so what it is let people be free, what it is when you walk onto your inner journey. What did he say? Where's he watching the movie? So when you start going inwards and look, he's enjoying himself inwards, rather than outwards, you do seem to come across as freaking out. These guys are different. Like we are different. I'm telling you now, we are not just you. We are all batshit crazy compared to normal people. There's no question about it, because we don't follow the path of what every ABC normal guy in society will follow. Ehi ta gall hai Sikhi di. ਇਸ ਮਾਰਗ ਦੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਜਾਣਾ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਕੋਈ ਬੰਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾਣਾ। ਅਸੀਂ ਦਾੜੀ ਤਾਂ ਛੱਡਿਓ ਆ, ਅਸੀਂ ਕਰਨਾ ਉਹ ਕੰਮ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਆਮ ਬੰਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਦਾ। ਆਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਖਾਲਸੇ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇੰਸਪੀਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਜਾਂ ਮੈਸੇਜ ਆ, ਆਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗਾ। ਸੋ ਸਾਰੇ ਕੰਮ ਆਪਾਂ ਉਲਟ ਹੀ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੇ ਹਿਸਾਬ ਨਾਲ ਕਰਨੇ ਆ। ਐਜ਼ ਇਨ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸੁਸਾਇਟੀ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੁੱਠੇ ਕੰਮ ਅੱਜ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ, ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਰੀਤਾਂ ਬਣਾ ਲਈਆਂ, ਰਿਵਾਜ ਬਣਾ ਲਏ, ਪਾਠ ਗਿਣ ਹੁਣ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਿਆਂ 'ਚ, ਉੱਥੇ ਬਰਥਡੇ ਪਾਰਟੀਆਂ ਹੁਣ ਉੱਥੇ ਹੀ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਆ, ਉਹ ਹੁਣ ਰਿਵਾਜ ਬਣ ਗਏ। ਸੰਡੇ ਹੀ ਜਾਣਾ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰੇ, ਰੱਬ ਦਾ ਨਾਂ ਸੰਡੇ ਹੀ ਜਪ ਹੁੰਦਾ। ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਏ ਅਨ ਦਿਨ ਹਰ ਵੇਲੇ 8 ਪੈਰ, ਇਹ ਹੁਣ ਉਲਟ ਹੋਣ ਲੱਗ ਪਿਆ ਕੰਮ। ਸੋ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਖਾਲਸੇ ਦਾ ਕੰਮ ਆ ਉਹ ਹੈਗਾ ਵੀ ਇਹ ਦੱਸਣੀਆਂ ਪੈਣੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਵੀ ਇਹ ਸਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ। ਖਾਲਸੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਆ ਦੁਨੀਆ 'ਚ, ਬਹੁਤ ਆ ਦੁਨੀਆ 'ਚ, ਸਾਡੇ ਭਰਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਆ ਦੁਨੀਆ 'ਚ, ਭੈਣਾਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਆ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਇਸ ਪਾਸੇ ਲੱਗੇ ਹੋ। The people who are awake in Sikhi today, they're all over the world. There are brothers and sisters, ਪ੍ਰਚਾਰਕਸ, ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਹੋਇਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਗੁਣ ਦੇਖੋ, right? ਹਰੇਕ ਦੇ, and they're awake, and all the Sikhs in the world who are awake, their job is to try and correct, especially our society, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਤਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਸਾਡੀ ਕੌਮ 'ਚ ਜੰਮੇ ਹੋ ਆ, the born in Sikhi people, we have to do this. We have to make this content.
So true.
It's not like someone said to us, if you don't make this, if you don't do what you're doing, kake je tu nahi likhunga, who else is going to do it? That hit a nerve as well. I'm doing it anyway. Been doing it for however long when we got on this side. But the point is, who else is going to do it? You understand? So you guys got to support what we're doing. I know we're going viral a bit here and there on funny stuff where we're being stupid, but it's all part of a plan to engage with audiences. The truth is, Rocky, I take the mickey out of him, Jelly, we laugh at you. Meninda does it. We do it on social media, and I know they're going around again. We're getting all the views on Instagram. We got the boxing stuff going on. There's a lot of stuff going on. People are now, it's starting to come to fruit, what we're trying to do.
Yes.
But that's all on purpose. We joke around, be happy, and we show you that on purpose because we don't want to bore you just showing you that we're really religious and give you religious talk. But what it is, our job is, in that fun, in that almost entertaining way, and with the music and with the singing, and you're going to see so much of this, drop in the real jewel, which is the Shabbat. And we're not worthy. We're bad people. We're not good people. We're not good delivery people. We're the worst pracharaks in the world. Sanu enna ka pata lag gaya, assi ਉਹਦੇ ਤੇ ਹੀ ਪ੍ਰਚਾਰ ਕਰੀ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਇੰਨਾ ਕੁ। there's people out there ਵਿਦਵਾਨ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੈ, ਸਾਡੇ ਤੋਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ knowledge ਹੈ, ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ, everywhere. And competition ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ। Basically you got organizations who know so much, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਢੰਗ ਹੈ ਸਮਝਾਉਣ ਦਾ, ਸਾਡਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਆ। ਸਾਨੂੰ ਆਹੀ ਪਤਾ, ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ ਗਾਉਣ ਵਜਾਉਣ 'ਚ, ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਇਹ 'ਚ ਵੱਡਾ ਹੋਇਆ, ਸੋ ਮੈਂ ਗਾਉਣ ਵਜਾਉਣ 'ਚ ਹੁਣ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਣਾ ਲੱਗਾ trying to explain a message, but the end goal of it ਭਲਾ ਹੋਵੇ, ਸਰਬੱਤ ਦਾ ਭਲਾ ਹੋਵੇ। ਤੂੰ ਵੀ ਤਾਂ ਹੀ ਬੈਠਾ, ਤੂੰ ਵੀ ਤਾਂ ਹੀ ਬੈਠਾ, and ਆ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਬੈਠੇ ਆ, you know what I mean? So I just want to get that point in about when we're laughing and joking, sometimes we might seem crazy on Sharmile Paji. ਅਸੀਂ ਬਹੁਤ fun ਕੀਤਾ the other day, and we were getting sticks and smacking each other, and we do mad stuff because I used to do that when I was younger, and I'm not going to hide it, I'm going to be myself, right? Chair would be marni pe Rocky, they said, I'll do it. He don't mind. I've even spoken to Rocky's parents, and I said to them, look, I'm going to take the mickey out of him. He's almost becoming a social media comedian. He's going viral, man. And I had to explain to his mom, I said, I'm really not doing it with bad intentions. He's my brother. I'll look after him. But if it makes people laugh, I'm going to do it. And this is what it's about, right? As mad as that sounds, it's a crazy way of delivering a message, but it's just being you, isn't it? Like you being you.
Yeah. But I think that's the beauty, that what you're doing is you're expressing, but we're not under any conditions. So what you see I'm opening this outside of Sikhi, whether you go into Sikhi, the Muslim Dharam, the Christian Dharam, the Hindu Dharam, whichever one it is, there's a particular, if you want to go into this zone of inspiring people through the devoted words, so we go to Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji and the Shabad, and you got others in different dharms go to their holy books or their teachings, you feel that you have to act in a certain way. You can't do that. The truth is, I see with Bakandi Babil, we've spoken about it a lot, but they try to give this persona that I'm this holy man. The truth is, you are who you are. We are who we are. Kaka messing about with Rocky, or you dancing in a hotel room, that's us. If we go out and have X amount of desserts,
going on to the holy man, because we've had a few clips about sants and stuff, we've said stuff. On the contrary, everything has a contrary, everything has a paradox.
Yes.
So if we say something, there's also another side to it. Utthe bhi Rabb wasta.
Correct.
So je aapa keh diye case tari hai, theek hai, massive respect, massive, amritari, massive respect. ਬਣਦਾ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ obviously ਜਿੱਥੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੀਏ ਸਹਿਜਧਾਰੀ ਜਿਹਨੇ ਬਾਲ ਕੱਟਿਓ ਆ you know what ਉੱਥੇ ਵੀ ਰੱਬ ਵਸਦਾ ਹੈ he deserves respect ਰੱਬ ਵਸਦਾ ਹੈ ਇਹ ਚੀਜ਼ ਮਿਸਿੰਗ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਸਾਡੇ ਬੰਦਿਆਂ 'ਚ ਹੁਣ ਸਿਰਫ ਰੱਬ ਵਸਦਾ ਧਰਮ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਮਜ਼ਹਬ ਆ ਮਜ਼ਹਬ 'ਚ ਬਹੁਤ ਰੱਬ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਾਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਆ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਮਜ਼ਹਬ 'ਚ ਫਿਰ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਮਜ਼ਹਬ 'ਚ ਹੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਆਨੰਦ ਆਉਣ ਲੱਗ ਪੈਂਦਾ ਵੀ ਰੱਬ ਲੱਭ ਲਿਆ ਮਜ਼ਹਬ 'ਚੋਂ ਹੀ but no
what do you mean by Muslim?
in religion when you become religious originally when you really have an intense transformation if you're having a transformation or you're born into it or whatever the religious side is I say it's like your red and jadu panth vich auna this is your army this is your training this is the place where you learn the best habits but then from there initially then you get let loose into the world ultimately ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਕੰਮ ਆ ਜੋ ਸਾਡੇ ਗੁਰੂਆਂ ਨੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਉਹ ਸਾਡਾ ਕੰਮ ਆ but then people get loose and then over time you mellow you change you have experiences in life everybody's changing and what the key point is here is that ਜਿਹੜੇ ਵੀ ਬੰਦੇ ਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ 'ਚ ਰੱਬ ਵਸਦਾ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਵੀ ਆ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਵੀ ਇਕੱਲੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਰੱਬ ਵੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਆ ਗਏ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਬੰਦਾ ਮੰਨਦਾ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਰੱਬ ਨੂੰ ਏਥੀਇਸਟ ਉਹਦੇ 'ਚ ਵੀ ਰੱਬ ਵਸਦਾ
ਹਾਂਜੀ
ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦਿਸਣੋਂ ਹਟ ਗਿਆ then ਸ਼ਬਦ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਹੈ ਗਿਆਨ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਹੈ ਹੋਰ ਜੇ ਦਿਸਣੋਂ ਹਟ ਗਿਆ ਫਿਰ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਕੋ ਜਾਓ why are you not seeing God in everybody ਜੇ ਦਿਸਣੋਂ ਹਟ ਗਿਆ ਫਿਰ ਮਤਲਬ ਲੋੜ ਗੁਰੂ ਦੀ you need to go back to the guru ਇਹ ਨਾ justify ਕਰੋ ਪੇ ਇਸ ਬੰਦੇ 'ਚ ਰੱਬ ਹੈਗਾ ਇਸ 'ਚ ਹੈ ਨਹੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਨਾ ਕਿਤੇ Jelly says this to me Jelly what do you say but there's no but what do you say
there's no buts in Shabbat it's absolute precise so like you're saying identify Paramatma through everybody internally and externally and see who's talking and who's listening, who's operating all the time. So the best bit to be identified with. I think as soon as you go in that state of ik, and God, and then relate to everything else, that's like my home button. That's my reset button every time. So if I want to identify Paramatma, I try to operate in that ik. Beautiful. We do it amazingly. You do it all the time, and then I'm seeing who's talking.
ਇਹ ਤੇਰਾ ਗੌਣ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡਾ ਗੌਣ ਜੈਲੀ ਕੋ he really can see one in anyone like this and Maninder you know
I think there's something beautiful you said there home button how do you go back to your home button because
when we ਕੁੱਤੇ ਬਿੱਲਿਆਂ 'ਚ ਫਸ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਫਿਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ 'ਚ ਵੀ ਦੇਖਣ ਲੱਗ ਪੈਂਦਾ ਰੱਬ ਹੀ ਦੱਸਦਾ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਖਿੱਚਣਾ ਪੈਣਾ ਬਸ ਕਰੋ ਚੱਲ there was a mouse in his let me tell the story there was a mouse in his garden he found a mouse ਮੈਂ ਖਾਲਸੇ ਆ ਲਾ ਦੇ ਧੌਣ no problem ਖਾਲਸੇ ਆ Giza you telling me if a mouse comes into my house if I've got 200 mice I'm not going to try and kill him I'm telling you the truth I'm telling you the truth Khalsa's there if that happened to me I'm not that compassionate where I will say nay but you know this guy he had a mouse in his garden and he rang me up and he caught it in a mouse trap and his mum said Jelly what happened tell me the story how your mum said it
there's a mouse caught up in a mum hates mice like everyone we all want these pests in the house it's full stop we're just conditioned not to like these animals here get there it's caught I'm thinking he's on the phone I said bro in the front and it's moving I'm thinking the only way to finish this is to kill it
you know when you call your mates down to if you got backup so you call a mouse and he rings me up what do you want me to do mate
I get it out I'm ready to kill it
he was up
I get it out I'm going no I can't let this mouse suffer anymore its head's trapped it's
compassion
yeah literally I can't have this good suffer anymore even if it gets out it's going to be crippled for the rest of its day let's put him out of his misery anyway this is going through my head I pull it out blades out I come close to it and it screams like a child noise really like a kid it's like a child
sounds like my voice
I was talking to you that you'd listen on the phone I was like I stopped because it reminds me of
maarde hone fikira is suffering
what went through your head at that point
it's a child's voice it's innocent
ਇਹਨੂੰ ਰੱਬ ਦਿਸਣ ਲੱਗ ਪਿਆ
like this I'm bigger than this thing that's what I'm saying he's kind of seen God in it he couldn't kill it I couldn't I was there saying
God they don't put it out of his misery at least but he goes into these states it's beautiful I have to pull him out
and then my mom stood there with a stick I'm like move the stick
his mom killed it in the end didn't it
no way I got the stick and I got it out of the trap and let it run off
so sorry with his head hanging off
no it's all right it wasn't actually good it's all right
no it's beautiful
so that's the example
I couldn't physically kill it I got so scared
ਮੈਂ ਗਾਣੇ ਦੇ ਮੂਡ ਸੁਣਦਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰੋ ਮੈਂ ਗਾਣੇ ਦੇ ਮੂਡ ਚ ਮੜਦੇ ਸੁਣਦਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰੋ
I think it's beautiful and I think it says a lot about character and I suppose going on to Kaka's point that we are who we are there's no in this team we're natural we have a lot we're humans And I think that's the key. But I think, like I said before, as we started the show, that we were talking about the song Mandi Bumari, and where I'd probably say the best way is where the current state of the world is at the moment. Gaka, can you turn it up? Because I think it would be.
Yeah, shall I play? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll quickly run through the lyrics as we go through with quick English. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good.
And otherwise it'll take ages. I'll get in the vibe of the song a bit as well. ਜਿੱਧਰ ਵੀ ਦੇਖਾਂ ਗੱਲ ਹੇਠਦੀ ਏ ਸਾਰੀ ਰਜੇ ਮਨ ਦੀ This diamond of a mind ਮਤ ਕਿਉਂ ਮਾਰੀ Why are you smashing the diamond of a mind? Diamond. Whenever I see, all I see is hate. Social media, jealousy, all these things. This mind isn't made for hate. This mind is something special, man. It's sab man diya bimariyan hai. Baki sab man di bimari hai. The negatives. Love, kindness, compassion. These are the positives. Well, you happen with the mouse.
Compassion.
That's what you should be doing, man. Being compassion, love, kindness. Sab man di bimari. Sab man di bimari. Ithe hon. ਕੋਈ ਜਾਤਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਫਸੇ ਫਿਰ ਦੂਜਿਆਂ ਤੇ ਹੱਸੇ oneness again ਖੇਲ ਦੀ ਕਮਜ਼ੋਰੀ ਆਏ ਕਾਕਾ ਕਿਨੂੰ ਦੱਸੇ ਨਾ ਚੱਕ ਮਨ ਉੱਤੇ ਬੋਝ ਮਿੱਤਰਾ ਮਨ ਖੋਜ search that mind ਜੰਗ ਅੰਦਰ ਹੈ ਲੜਨਾ ਹੋ ਲੜਨਾ ਹਰ ਰੋਜ਼ ਬਾਕੀ ਮਨ ਦੀ ਬਿਮਾਰੀ ਲੜਨਾ ਹਰ ਰੋਜ਼ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਏ ਇੱਕ ਦਿਨ ਸੰਡੇ ਚਲੇ ਗਏ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰੇ ਤਾਂ ਮੁੜ ਕੇ ਫੇਰ ਸਾਰਾ ਹਫਤਾ ਬਸ ਆਪਣੇ ਕੰਮ 'ਚ ਲੜਨਾ ਹਰ ਰੋਜ਼ ਮਨ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਅਸਲੀ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਅੰਦਰ ਆ ਰਹਿਮ ਦੀ ਦੁਨੀਆ 'ਚ ਆ ਜਾ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਮੇਰੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੂੰ ਜਾਣਾ ਪੈਣਾ ਖਾਲੀ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਪਰੋਣੀ ਫਿਰ ਹੱਥ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਉਣੀ ਨਚੋ ਸਾਰੀ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਏ ਹਾਰੀ ਛੱਡ ਜਾਣਾ ਸੱਜਣਾ ਹੋ ਇਹੋ ਜੱਗ ਬਾਰੋ ਬਾਰੀ ਮੋਣ ਵਾਲੀਆ ਨਾਮ ਦੀ ਪਿਆਲੀ ਲੱਭ ਨਾਮ ਦੀ ਪਿਆਲੀ ਮੋਣ ਵਾਲੀਆ listen go and find the shabad at every given opportunity ਸ਼ਬਦ ਨੂੰ ਲੱਭ ਇੱਥੇ ਤਾਂ ਹੇਟ ਚ ਫਸ ਜਾਣਾ ਜੈਲਸੀ ਚ ਫਸ ਜਾਣਾ ਈਰਖਾ ਗਰੀਡ ਉੱਥੇ ਹੀ ਫਸਣਾ ਤੂੰ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਨੂੰ ਲੱਭ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ ਕਹਿ ਰਿਹਾ ਬਾਕੀ ਸਭ ਮਨ ਦੀ ਬਿਮਾਰੀ ਮਨ ਦੀ ਕਦਰ ਜਿਸ ਬੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਹੈ ਪਾਲੀ ਪੈ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਉਹਦਾ ਬਿਨਾਂ ਨਾ ਯਾਰੀ ਇਹ ਹੈ ਨਾਮ ਦੀ ਕੁਮਾਰੀ ਯਾਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਲ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਦੇ ਰਾਹੀਂ ਜਾਣਾ ਰੋਜ਼ ਇਹ ਹੈ ਨਾਮ ਦੀ ਕੁਮਾਰੀ ਹਾਏ ਨਾਮ ਦੀ ਕੁਮਾਰੀ ਨਾਮ is the root ਨਾ ਤੋਂ ਬਿਨਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਰੱਬ ਲੱਭ ਹੋਣਾ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਮਨ ਨੇ ਚਲੇ ਜਾਣਾ ਹੋਰ ਪਾਸੇ billboards McDonald's Burger King KFC Coca-Cola billboards ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸੋਚ ਹੈ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਚੋਰੀ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਆ ਨਾਮ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਰੱਬ ਦਾ ਨਾ if you saw ਰਾਮ ਹਰ ਪਾਸੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਰਾਮ ਦਿਸੇ ਅੱਲਾ ਦਿਸੇ ਹਰ ਬਿਲਬੋਰਡ ਤੇ ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਗੁਰੂ ਦਿਸੇ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਦਿਸੇ ਪਰਮੇਸ਼ਰ ਦਿਸੇ ਪਰਮੇਸ਼ਰ ਦਿਸੇ ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਦਿਸਣ ਬਿਲਬੋਰਡਾਂ ਤੇ guess what ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸੋਚ ਆ ਉਹ ਨਾਮ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜਨੀ ਚੱਕਰ ਕੀ ਆ ਐਵਰੀ ਸਿੰਗਲ ਅੱਖਰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਦੁਨੀਆ 'ਚ ਆ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵੀ ਅੱਖਰ ਆ ਜੋ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਨਹੀਂ ਉਹ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਰੱਬ ਤੋਂ ਦੂਰ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਲੱਭਣਾ ਰੱਬ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਰੱਬ ਤਾਂ ਹੀ ਲੱਭ ਮੋਣ ਵਾਲੀ ਆ ਉਹ ਨਾਮ ਦੀ ਪਿਆਲੀ ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਮਨ 'ਚ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਯੂ ਹੈਵ ਟੂ ਹੈਵ ਅ ਇਮੇਜ ਇਨ ਯੂਰ ਮਾਈਂਡ ਟੂ ਰੀਕਾਲ ਸਮਥਿੰਗ ਯੂ ਹੈਵ ਟੂ ਹੈਵ ਅ ਨੇਮ ਜੇ ਨਾਂ ਨਾ ਹੋਵੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਦਾ ਹੁਣ ਰੌਕੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਆ ਜੇ ਰੌਕੀ ਦਾ ਨਾਂ ਨਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਮਿਲਣਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਭੁੱਲ ਜਾਣਾ ਸੀ ਨਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਜਾਂ ਕਿਤੇ ਨਾ ਕਿਤੇ ਫੋਮ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਨਾਂ ਆ ਹਨਾ ਇਹ ਇੱਕ ਟਾਰਗੇਟ ਹੁੰਦੀ like a sniper so you have to have a name and that's why the name is what's going to save everybody ਜਿਨੀ ਨਾਮ ਤੇ ਆਇਆ ਗਏ ਮੁਸਕਟ ਕਾਲ ਨਾਨਕ ਤੇ ਮੁਖੀ ਉਜਲੇ ਕੀਤੀ ਛੁੱਟੀ ਨਾਲ ਜਿਨੀ ਨਾਮ ਤੇ ਆਇਆ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਿਨੀ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਗਏ ਮੁਸਕਟ ਕਾਲ ਚਲੋ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਨਾਮ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਪਰ ਕੱਲੇ ਕੀਰਤਨ 'ਚ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਨਾ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਵਸਣਾ ਪੈਣਾ ਹੁਣ ਮੈਂ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਕਰੀ ਜਾਵਾਂ ਪਰ ਮੇਰਾ ਮਨ ਹੋਰ ਪਾਸੇ ਹੋਵੇ ਹਾਂਜੀ ਉਹ ਫਿਰ ਨਾਮ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਟਿਕਾਉਣ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਆ ਸੋ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਗਲਤ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਹਿ ਰਿਹਾ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਲੇ ਨੂੰ ਸਾਡੇ ਭਰਾ ਆ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਆ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਰਸਮ ਆ ਸਾਡੇ ਲਈ ਹੈ ਮੇਰਾ ਕਹਿਣ ਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਹੈ ਗੁਰੂ ਨੇ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਜਿਨੀ ਨਾਮ ਧਿਆ ਇਹ ਹਰੇਕ ਚੀਜ਼ ਧਿਆ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਕੱਲੇ ਕੀਰਤਨ 'ਚ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੱਲੇ ਪਾਠ 'ਚ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੱਲੇ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਪੜ੍ਹ ਕੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਨਾਮ ਆ ਇਹ ਹਰ ਵੇਲੇ 8 ਪੈਰ 24/7 if you want to time it it's obtainable it's just remembering God ਚੇਤਨਾ ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਦੀ ਚੇਤਨਾ ਮਸਕੀਨ ਜੀ ਦੀਆਂ ਕਥਾ 'ਚ ਇਹ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਸਿੱਖੀਆਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਤੋਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਮੇਰਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਕੋਈ ਗਿਆਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗਾ ਸਭ ਰੀਸਾਈਕਲਡ ਆ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਪੈਸ਼ਨ ਚਲੋ ਉਹ ਹੋਰ ਚੀਜ਼ ਆ ਵੀ ਗॉट ਪੈਸ਼ਨ ਫॉर ਇਟ ਪਰ ਇਹ ਮੇਰਾ ਗਿਆਨ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਨਾ ਕਿਤੇ ਦੇਣ ਲੱਗ ਪਏ ਉਹ ਪ੍ਰੇਜ਼ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰਦਾ ਇਹ ਮੇਰੀਆਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ ਮੈਂ ਸਿੱਖੀਆਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਸਿੱਖੀਆਂ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਹੁਣ ਕਹੀ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਪਰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਚੰਗੀਆਂ ਲੱਗੀਆਂ ਤਾਂ ਕਰਕੇ ਦਿਲ 'ਚ ਬੈਠ ਗਈਆਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਆ ਨਾਲੇ doesn't matter
yeah.
how you learn, don't compare people, start saying ਉਹਦੀ knowledge ਬਹੁਤ ਆ, ਉਹਦੀ knowledge ਬਾਬੇ ਹੋਵੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਵਰਗਾ ਸਦਾਈ ਬੰਦਾ ਤਾਂ ਹੈ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੁਨੀਆ 'ਚ, ਅਸੀਂ ਪੁੱਠੇ ਕੰਮ ਹੈ ਉਧਰ ਡੰਡੇ ਮਾਰੀ ਦੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਸਿਰ 'ਚ ਐਲਤਾ ਕਰੀ ਦੀਆਂ, we ain't no preachers in that sense, but this information is so powerful, we got to share it, and we got to share it, and that's what we're doing.
I think, sorry, you know, when you were playing the song and you were talking, we talk about visions. The one that come to me was, you know what, this Bamari that everyone's got in the mind is so powerful. And like I said, recently I've seen a lot of events go on and you look at what's triggering people's minds. And all I could think while Kaka was listening to the song was playing, is how many of our brothers and sisters have been in depression. They've been in such lows. And I was just thinking like, and you stem and they become alcoholics, addicts in some way or another, and you look at what stemmed it and you just think it's been their past. They've had some sort of trauma, and I'm not saying trauma is easy. Trauma is really horrible. No one wants trauma, but the truth is we cannot move forward without accepting that trauma, because whilst you're in that trauma, or you're not forgiving that trauma, let go of that trauma, you're stuck in that trauma.
Sab mandi bimari.
Mandi bimari, and I was just looking at it because we can get caught so much in what is depression, what is anxiety. We don't understand. The truth is that the trauma is horrible. I'm not sorry.
Yeah, sorry, no. The maddest part, we're just going to cut him in here. Jaruri gall aayi manch. The maddest part is this is exactly the specialized area of Sri Guru Nanak, Sri Guru Gobind Singh Ji, through to Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji.
Correct.
Yeah, this is exactly why you come to Sikhi. You don't come to Sikhi because of some religious system where people are following and you just do stuff, just following. I'm telling you guys out there, Sikhi is the fix for alcoholism, it's the fix for depression, anxiety. I am telling you, this is logically very easy to explain. And I just want to say one thing. Melinda made a clip before we released Mandi Bimari saying, reach out to us. What was that clip? Can you remember the lines? Can you say the lines? Come on, perform for us. Come on, bro. Come on, perform.
But
no, come on, remember it.
If you're struggling,
yeah,
please don't stay quiet. You're not alone. We are there to help. We're the ears that will listen. And I genuinely, when I said these words, I genuinely meant them, that we are the ears that listen. Especially in men's mental health, it's so big that people stay quiet and feel embarrassed. I can't talk.
Look, I want to talk about something quickly. Yeah,
go on.
I'm sorry, Jelly, you two interrupt me if you need to.
No.
I'm going to just say what I've got to say. There's a big problem with alcoholism in UK. Yeah, there's a lot of brothers. I used to drink. I've done drugs. I did everything. I was just like all you guys. Yeah, the change for me, famously for our community in music, people know, because we got a little music. So when I say famous, 200-300, whatever people, yeah, not millions, but when the change came, there was a process why I changed and why I become a Sikh from a born in UK, yeah, Punjabi ਚ ਮੈਂ ਕਹਿ ਰਿਹਾ ਜੇ ਕੋਈ ਭਰਾ ਹੋਇਆ ਅਸੀਂ UK ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ born ਆ, ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੀ ਉਮਰ ਇੱਥੇ ਸ਼ਰਾਬ ਵੀ ਪੀਤੀ, ਅਸੀਂ ਨਸ਼ੇ ਵੀ ਕੀਤੇ ਆ, ਅਸੀਂ ਡਰੱਗ ਵੀ ਕੀਤੇ ਆ, 28 ਸਾਲ ਦੀ ਉਮਰ ਚ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਕਰ ਲਿਆ ਮਿਊਜ਼ਿਕ ਚ ਜੋ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੇਖਿਆ। ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਡੇ ਸਟਾਰਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਅਸੀਂ ਰਹੇ ਆ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਕੀਤੀ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਸਿੱਖਿਆ। ਉਸਤਾਦ ਲੋਕ ਸਾਡੇ ਜੈਜ਼ੀ ਬੀ ਭਾਜੀ, ਸੁਖਸ਼ਿੰਦਰ ਸ਼ਿੰਦਾ ਭਾਜੀ ਕਿੰਨੇ ਚੰਗੇ ਇਨਸਾਨ ਆ। ਤਾਂ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਬਦਲਾਵ ਆਇਆ ਸੀ ਸਾਡੇ 'ਚ, ਉਹਦਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਸੈਸ ਆ। ਮੈਂ ਇੱਕ ਇੰਸਟਾਗ੍ਰਾਮ ਤੇ ਗੱਲ ਵੀ ਕੀਤੀ ਸੀ ਵੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਹੋਈ ਕਿਰਪਾ, ਇਹ ਤਾਂ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਹੁੰਦੀ, ਇਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਲੂਸ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਆ। ਅਸੀਂ ਜੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਹੈਲਪ ਕਰਨੀ ਆ ਨਰਕ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਸਵਰਗ 'ਚ ਜਾਣ ਨੂੰ, ਜਾਂ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਦੇ ਰਾਹੀਂ ਉੱਥੋਂ ਖਿੱਚ ਕੇ ਇਹ ਗੁਰੂ ਪਾਸੇ, ਜੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਵਾਲੇ ਪਾਸੇ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਉਣਾ, ਇਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਇੱਕ ਵੱਡੀ ਲੋੜ ਹੈ ਟੂ ਐਕਸਪਲੇਨ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਮਝਾਉਣ ਦੇ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆ। ਸੋ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਵਰਡਿੰਗ ਆ ਕਾਫੀ ਲੂਸ ਹੋ ਚੁੱਕੀ ਹੈ। ਕਿਰਪਾ ਹੈਗੀ ਡਿਸੀਜਨ ਮੇਕਿੰਗ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੁਬਿਧਾ 'ਚ ਨਹੀਂ ਰਹਿਣਾ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੁਬਿਧਾ 'ਚ ਨਹੀਂ ਰਹਿਣਾ। ਯੂ ਮੇਕ ਅ ਡਿਸੀਜਨ, ਯੂ ਨੋ ਹੈਪਨਸ ਵੈਨ ਯੂ ਮੇਕ ਅ ਡਿਸੀਜਨ। ਕਿਰਪਾ ਉਹਦਾ ਹੁਕਮ ਆ, ਉਹਦਾ ਹੁਕਮ ਆ, ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਦਾ ਹੁਕਮ ਹੈ ਅੰਦਰ ਸਭ ਕੁਛ। ਇਜ਼ ਲੋ ਵੈਨ ਯੂ ਮੇਕ ਅ ਡਿਸੀਜਨ ਕਿਡ, bang, that's when kirpa happens.
Yes.
There is it's not he does it or do I do it, he does it or am I doing it? That's dubida. You're not in the right place. Balance, focus. ਪਾਠ ਨੂੰ ਸੁਣੋ, ਪਾਠ ਨੂੰ ਕਰੋ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਿੱਖੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਆਓ, ਕੇਸ ਰੱਖੋ, ਕੇਸ ਰੱਖੋ। ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਭਰਾ, I'm telling you now, I've been so what's the word, hesitant to push the narrative of case rakho, because it's been abused. Case rakho, amrit rakho, case rakho, people break it. Case rakho, 40,000 ਬੰਦਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਛਕ ਲਿਆ, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਇੱਥੇ 20,000 ਨੇ ਛਕ ਲਿਆ, mass conversions.
Yeah.
And I used to hear this and it just didn't make sense to me. I'm thinking, all these people are becoming saints, but it's not just down to that. Like obviously there's so much more work to do when you become a saint. It's just the starting when you keep your case. Even when you take Amrit, it's just the starting. And then it's come to me now, you know what, I was totally wrong. It's come to me now, I was totally wrong. We ain't got time to freaking sit here and make logical understanding of this. Case rakho, jede bhi bandiyan ne rakhne hai, rakho. If you're thinking about it, bro, just do it. Yeah? If you don't, you know that Maskeen ji de gal mein suni si, aaj ji mein Maninder nu dasta di, ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਪਏ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਗੱਲ ਢਾਲ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਨਾ ਅੱਗੇ consider it, they're not going to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'll do it later. You know what? What he's saying is that I'll let my distractions just control my life yet. I'm not ready. What he's saying by when I say I'm not ready is he's saying I don't want to. That's what you're saying. You're not saying when I say to someone, I'm going to shakalafi, what do you do? Why don't you get it done? Oh, I can't do it. Okay, that's fine. It's not like we sat there and we studied a course and said, you're not joining the gym here where you're training. This is about a mental gym. Decision making, courage, bravery. Have you got it in you to let go and grow all your hair? Have you got it in you? If you haven't, look, be honest. You haven't got it, you haven't got it. You haven't got it, you haven't got it.
Yeah.
But at least be honest with yourself.
Yes.
Then get braver, get more courageous. Let your hair grow.
Yeah.
Go and take Amrit. Yeah? Work on your courage. Work on your, what was the other word I said? Courage and bravery.
Yeah.
Work on your bravery. If you can't let your hair grow, you can't commit to waking up at 4 a.m. in the morning and all the other rules which are there to enroll into the army, then you ain't brave enough to do it. You ain't brave enough to do it, right? And so do it. Get over that, and then there's so much more to learn. That's a bravery test.
Yeah, 100%.
You get me? It's not a case of you do that and that's it. All done, right? Business class booked in heaven. Here we come. We're booked on for 2085 in heaven party. No, it's not that at all. It's a test mentally. And all the millions of people or hundreds of thousands of people who have taken Amrit, I'll tell you something, I've got so much respect for you guys for one reason, and I've taken it, he's taken it, and he's taken it. And the respect for you people is because you got courage, you got bravery, and you got decisiveness. And that's what you call kirpa. ਇਹ ਹੁੰਦੀ kirpa. Not, it's going to come from me when I'm 85, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇੱਥੇ ਆ ਜਾਣੀ। ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਚ ਮੈਂ ਕਹਿ ਰਿਹਾ ਇਹੋ ਗੱਲ ਵੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬੰਦਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਛਕਿਆ ਦੁਨੀਆ 'ਚ, ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਭੈਣ ਭਰਾ, ਸਾਡੇ ਸਤਿਕਾਰਯੋਗ ਸਿਆਣੇ ਜਾਂ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ ਆ, ਅੱਜ ਤੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ from 1699 ਅੱਜ ਤੱਕ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ ਆ ਦੁਨੀਆ 'ਚ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਹਨਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਪੈਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਮਿੱਟੀ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਤੋਂ ਵੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਥੱਲੇ ਆ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਪੈਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਮਿੱਟੀ ਤੋਂ ਵੀ ਥੱਲੇ ਆ, ਬਿਕਾਜ਼ ਉਹਨਾਂ 'ਚ ਹੈਗਾ ਉਹ ਜਜ਼ਬਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ I don't know the word for bravery, ਬਹਾਦਰੀ। ਉਹ ਬਹਾਦਰੀ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਛਕਣ ਦੀ ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਬੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਬਹਾਦਰੀ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਕੀ ਆ ਵੀ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮੰਨ ਕੇ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਹਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਕਰੂੰਗਾ। ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਛਕਿਆ, you simply have not got that bravery. You can say what you want, you simply have not got that bravery. You can say it and get angry at me. I'm not saying you're a bad person, I'm not saying anything, I'm saying you tell me am I wrong. If you can't just let your hair grow and look into a mirror and you're just worried about what people are going to say, if that's what's holding you back, you're not very brave to do what this thing is, that's why you're not done it, right? However, you have still got God fully inside you just as much as the person who has done this brave step. It doesn't mean you're any lower, it doesn't mean we're any higher or their Amritaris are any higher. Yeah, so that was my point on that.
And I think there's something that you've said in there that resonates. Comes down to, we talk about Mandi Bumadi, and what this is the biggest point, it's acceptance. At that point, you've accepted who you are. Yeah, you've accepted that this is my pure form. I'm being brave, I'm taking that step. And going on to what we were talking about, it's the acceptance of who you are. How do you accept who you are? How do you accept going forward? And this is with your problems as well. With your man, going back to Mandi Bumadi, accept what's happened to you. You can't change it. Now, if something's happened to me in the past, I can either resonate on the what, where, who, why, all of that. I can't change it. I can't change it. I can't even fathom it. I can't explain it. Because whatever someone else has done to me, I can never logically explain why they've done it. Someone said this to me. Someone said to me, oh, this happened to me. And I said, okay, why did that person do it to me? I said, I can't actually answer that because I can't factor what that person did. It happened. Accept it, because when they give you 50 reasons for it, you still might not accept it. And this is where depression comes in, is that we haven't been able to accept. And like I said, I'm not judging anyone here or saying you're weak or you're bad or anything like that. But unfortunately, where the world is, something's happened. You can't press a reset button. There's no reset button there.
Did you say depression?
Correct.
ਗੁਜਰੇ ਪਲ ਦੀ ਯਾਦ ਸਤਾਵੇ ਕੱਲ ਦੇ ਮਸਲੇ ਨੀਂਦ ਨਾ ਆਵੇ ਦੁੱਖ ਚ ਜਿੰਦੜੀ ਤੜ ਲੈ ਪਾਵੇ ਕਿਉਂ ਨਾ ਤੇਰੀ ਯਾਦ ਵੇ ਥੋੜਾ ਥੱਲੇ ਸੌ ਰੱਖ ਰਿਹਾ but hey mere malik hey mere malik, that's why that song was about depression. The shabads have the solutions.
Correct.
That's what we're saying. Gujre pal di yaad sataave, depression, anxiety, we're all doing this. I'm doing it. Listen, when we're sitting here, we're not saying we don't do this. Mainu bhi depression hundi a. If depression is thinking about yesterday, kal da sochna kuch mada ho gaya. But I'll be honest with you, mainu lagda je tusi meri wife nu pucho, mainu bahut cut hundi depression. I think I'm a very teri zindagi purani. Yeah, फिर हाथ नहीं आनी तेरी जिंदगी पर. I'm that kind of guy because that's why I write these songs. That's who I am. You understand? These thoughts come to me. So what I'm saying is, living in the now is that. But ਜਿਹੜਾ ਬੰਦਾ anxiety ਚੋਂ ਕੱਲ ਦੇ ਮਸਲੇ ਨੀਂਦ ਨਾ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਉਹ ਗਾਣੇ ਚ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਸੀ. Yeah, damn, ਕੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਇਹਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੋ ਤੇਰੀ ਗੱਲ ਲਾ ਦੋ. What do you do? Damn, ਕਿੰਨਾ ਹੋਇਆ? He has to be at home every time. And we say to him, we changed his name to Chinta Daliwa. I said, ਤੂੰ ਚਿੰਤਾ ਕਰਨ ਲੱਗ ਪਿਆ. Yeah. ਚਿੰਤਾ ਤਾਂ ਕੀ ਕੀਜੇ ਜੋ ਅਣਹੋਣੀ ਹੋਈ. ਚਿੰਤਾ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆ, ਚਿੰਤਾ is anxiety. Everyone's doing. This is why when I do it, when he does it, we call each other out.
Correct.
So I call him Chinta Taliwa, and then he realizes, oh no, I've got to stop. Jelly's good at this. Jelly ਤਾਂ ਗੱਲ ਇਹ ਪੰਗਾ ਆ ਹੁਣ. ਆ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਾਡਾ ਫਕੀਰ ਬੰਦਾ ਬੈਠਾ ਇੱਥੇ, he's gone so far. ਇਹ ਹੁਣ ਚਿੰਤਾ ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਫੋਨ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ. ਇਹਦੇ ਚਿੰਤਾ ਉਹ ਦੂਜੇ ਪਾਸੇ ਉਲਟੀ ਲੈ ਗਿਆ ਗੱਲ. ਫੋਨ ਇੱਥੇ ਛੱਡ ਜਾਂਦਾ. ਗੱਡੀ ਦੀਆਂ ਚਾਬੀਆਂ.
I'm going to cut in though. You know one beauty you've gone on here is that where we're talking about is we recognise. You've recognised something in me, I might recognise it. And we do this a lot amongst each other. Difference is we all have depression, we all have an element of anxiety.
We all do.
What makes us different is where do we go for an answer? Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. We've got the toolbox that we can go to the Shabad.
Where do we go for problem solving? Where do we go? Yeah. So rather than answer, where do we go when we've got a problem and we need it solving? If you've got a medical problem, where do you go to?
Doctor.
If you've got a dand di bimari like me, sab dand di bimari. Rocky, where's he gone?
He's not here, yeah.
Indra, what are you doing? he wrote sab dand di bimari when I had my tooth taken out.
Yeah.
If you got that, where do you go?
Dentist.
Now, silly people in the world, like me and you, where do you go when you have a spiritual, or you could call it psychological, or you could call it mental, yeah? Or you could call it, I don't know, happiness. Where do you go when you have that kind of problem? How many people will say the Guru? How many people say, Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji? Done. How many people say, Guru Nanak Dev Ji ko main janda, main Guru Nanak Dev Ji nu puchda. Eda hal kidda labba. How many people actually recognize the Guru Granth Sahib Ji truly as their spiritual Guru? ਮੱਥਾ ਦਾ ਟੇਕੀ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਸਾਰੀ ਦੁਨੀਆ. ਜਾਂ ਕਿਊ ਲੱਗੇ ਪਏ ਆ, ਦਰਬਾਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੇਖ ਲਓ, ਲਾਈਨਾਂ ਤੇ ਲਾਈਨਾਂ ਲੱਗੀਆਂ ਆ, ਮੱਥਾ ਟੇਕੀ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ. But I'm not saying bad. Don't come and try shoot me, right? What I'm saying is, how many people are truly going to the Guru, like as in opening up Sikhi to the max, yeah, on the internet, or opening up the Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji online, or however your method is, and going there and actually trying to seek answers for their own internal problems.
Correct. And I think
how many?
It's not many. And I
don't think it's many.
I think for me,
because everyone seems to have a problem. Jiddar bhi dekha, gal hate diye sari. All I see is hate. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Mere taunch, gossip. Yeah. Or kede chal jo gossip. Kyun karni te nindiya chugli, jugan de vicho jug kal jugni. I know what? I don't like hearing I've gone doja loka de. मैं भी कई बार कर देता. Listen, चलिए आप भी कई बार मार ले दिया चुगली. Every.
Yeah.
Sometimes we do about production stuff on the concerts. Oh, show इतना चले. Let's make a $1 here.
I'm going to cut you
भी
there
मार
a
ले
little bit.
दिया. ये कट कर नहीं पर गाता सुन. चुगली ऐसी भी कर ले दिया. We know better than anyone.
Yeah.
Very important. Chime, you love a good chugli.
Yeah. No, look, I'm not going to sit here, and this is important. We're not sit here and we're saints. We're humans as well. The only difference is we recognize when amongst each other, we recognize when we're making an error, but where is our source of realigning ourselves? That's all it comes down to. We realign ourselves in one place, and that is go back to Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Go back to the Shabad, because Shabad is our teacher. It's our highest point. I'm going to end part 1 on that. Depression, anxiety, answers. There is only one place for that. And like I said, that is the highest of the highest for us. And I hope other people listen and think, where can I solve problems? Go directly to the source. Go directly to our Father, Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji.